New comic book day. It is February 11th. I am at my local Chris's Comics in Newark. Let's see what they got for me today.
So I do have a pull box, but I still check the new comic book rack every new comic book day, just in case something else catches my eye that isn't on my list. Alright, and here is my new comic book day haul for February 11th, 2026. Let's see what I got. Of course, the new G.I. Joe Real American Hero, number 325. This is the regular cover. As I said before, I did get a pull box for specifically G.I. Joe, the Joshua Williamson run. However, I decided to add this to it. I believe this issue has two new characters, or the first appearance of two new characters. This is the 25th anniversary issue. This is the regular cover A. My pull box just gets the regular covers. I don't get any variant covers or anything. Which brings me to this bad boy right here. Sometimes I'll look at the new rack to see if they have a particular variant that I'm looking for. This was one of them. I believe this is the Chris Mooneyham variant. Yes, I am correct. The Chris Mooneyham variant, and it's got the two new G.I. Joe characters that are introduced in this issue. Not sure if it's their first cover or not. No idea. I just added this comic book to my pull list. I figured why the hell not, because this Transformers series is in the Energon universe that also has G.I. Joe. And I am a fan of the G.I. Joe Joshua Williamson series. I think, for me, it's probably the best comic book series that I'm currently reading. This one's okay. I started with 2 and 3. I didn't quite like those issues that much. However, I also bought 28, the newest issue. Well, I didn't buy it. Well, it was in my pull box, so I got issue 28. And that issue brought back my interest. So, alright, so I just did an IG post about this series. If you are following my Instagram, probably would have saw it. I did it about issue number 3, and what I said was that I'm really enjoying this series, this comic series. I had doubts about it at first. I was quite skeptical, but I got issue number 1 and I think issue number 2, yes, simultaneously. So a little bit late to the party. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really like how they're integrating the Aliens world with the Marvel Universe. And they're more intertwining the alien xenomorph world with the Marvel lore. Placing it in a World War II setting, xenomorphs. Hydra, of course, is the big bad, and they're up to no good, trying to figure out a way to use the xenomorph technology, for their purposes. Very much like a certain company called Weyland-Yutani. So, I broke down and started looking through Chris's G.I. Joe boxes, and I found some newsies. Why the hell not? Price was decent, so classic Mike Zeck cover. And last and not least is I believe it's a one-shot. Good Bones #1 from the Hello Darkness comic series by Steve Orlando. I did just recently read this before I did a video because I was that curious. So, first things first, huge shout out to the letterers in this issue. Lucas Catoni and Jody Troutman, thank you so much for having letters big enough so my eyes don't have to strain while reading this comic issue. I can't stand that a lot of modern comics and their letters, their type fonts are so small that even when I'm wearing my glasses, my eyes strain in order to read them. But anyway, really loved two stories. Kill Scream, the very first one. The art by Federico Soressa, with colors by Lauren Aff, and pretty stellar, on point. However, my favorite story in this issue is The Christmas Log, with art by Adam Gorham, with colors by Francesco Segala. This story highly resonated with me. As sick as it sounds, if you know what story I'm talking about, I cheered the main character on the whole time and did not feel bad whatsoever for the victim. Some people just need to realize that the way you treat people, sometimes you create monsters, and those monsters come back. Here's just a preview of the art. I think it's pretty solid, on point, it's clean. By this time, if you've followed my Instagram enough already, you know I'm all about revenge stories. Fucking love them. And not for a very mentally healthy way. But anyways, Good Bones from the Hello Darkness comic series. It's a horror anthology comic book. I like it. Pretty gory. Pretty creepy. So, that was my new comic book day haul. Nothing majorly huge. Of course, as I keep saying, I'm on a budget, but so far a good read. Can't wait to read this. Somewhat excited for this one. We'll see. Looking forward to reading this as well. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great 2026 so far. Staying safe, staying healthy. We'll see you next time.